team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. We thank you for your support of Tusculum University Athletics and the South Atlantic Conference. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the 50-yard line. By unanimous decision by the South Atlantic Conference Executive Committee, members of the athletic training staffs for all 13 member institutions were awarded the David Riggins Service Award for their service and dedication to all student athletes, coaches, and athletic administrators during the COVID-19 pandemic. We would like to take this moment to thank the Tusculum athletic training staff members who served during the 2020-2021 academic year. Head athletic trainer, Chris Linker. Associate head athletic trainer, Michael Hawkins. And assistant athletic trainers, Casey Ziegler, Laura Guay, and McKinley Bryant. Presenting the Riggins Service Award is Tusculum Vice President of Athletics, Mr. Doug Jones. Please join me in congratulating the Tusculum University Athletic Training Staff, recipients of the David Riggins Service Award. The pass to the end zone intended for Derek Wright, incomplete. Quarterback pressure, 93, Austin Hicks. Fourth down, Pioneers. And to attempt the 40-yard field goal, number 88, John Aiden Pittman. The field goal attempt is no good. Your score was 6:24 remaining in the first quarter.
Field goal is no good. Ball will be placed at the 23-yard line. This is a media timeout.
Fans, we have a special announcement for the football parents out there. Next Saturday, as we celebrate homecoming here at Tusculum University, the Cantrell family will be hosting a tailgate for all the football parents. Once again, next Saturday at noon, the Cantrell family will be having a tailgate for all the football parents as we celebrate homecoming next Saturday. Gillespie on the carry. Stopped by number 5, Craig Watts. And number 21, Jahad Russ. Second down. Gillespie, the ball carrier, knocked out of bounds by number 5, Craig Watts, and number 6, Raynell Killian. Third down, Cavaliers. The pass intended for number 2, Darian Newton, incomplete, broken up by number 2, Jermaine Witherspoon. Brings up fourth down for the Cavaliers. The punt by number 47, Drew Vermillion, gets out of bounds at the 41-yard line. It'll be first and 10, Pioneers. Once again, fans, we remind you coming up at halftime, there will be an honorary breast cancer survivor walk and a remembrance ceremony. Courtney Jackson with the carry. On the tackle, number 10, Jeff Whalen. and number 49, Omar Tyson.
Pass interference, number 28 on the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
The pass to the end zone, intended for number 2, Derek Wright, incomplete. Second down, Pioneers. Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 99 on the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down. Number 11, Will Sweeper, with the ball brought down by number 99, Rondre Knowles, center. Second down, Pioneers. The pass intended for Parham, incomplete. Coverage by number 28, Robert Carter. Third down, Pioneers. Corbin's pass intended for Justice Parham, incomplete. Quarterback pressure, 99, Knowles, center. Fourth down, Pioneers.
Timeout, Tusculum. That's their second timeout in the first half.
Huh? I'm sorry, what? I didn't get this. We're not hosting, we're just having parents all over. Okay, sorry about that. We were told. So, now we'll just tell them, we'll just take your name off of it. Just say there's going to be a parent one. It's a parent one. Right. Not baseball. Okay.
The pass to the end zone intended for Derek Wright, incomplete. The Highland Cavaliers will take over first down and 10. Number 19, Jamal Fisher on the reception. Stopped by number 4, Tycorian Brown, and number 5, Craig Watts. Second down, Cavaliers. On the reception, number 16, Devin Hextall, brought down by Jordan Taylor and Tycorian Brown. Third down, Cavaliers. Jacoby Johnson with the reception. Tackle made by number 7, John Smith, and 21, Jahad Russ. Fourth down, UVA Wise. The punt by Drew Emilion is downed by number 6, Daquan Battle. It'll be first down and 10, Pioneers at their own 34-yard line. Maurice Camillion with the carry. And on the tackle, number 15, Trevor Morris. Second down, Pioneers. Chameleon on the reception. Tackle made by 46, Veranta Jones. Third down, Pioneers. Corbin's pass intended for Darian Anderson, incomplete. Broken up by number 31, Patrick Taylor. Fourth down, Pioneers. Number 2, Darian Newton on the return. Met first by number 22, Reggie Keller. It'll be first down and 10, Highland Cavaliers. Catch made by number 2, Darian Newton. Dropped by number 6, Raynell Killian. First down, UVA Wise.
That's the end of the first quarter.
At the end of 15 minutes of action, your score, the UVA Wise Cavaliers 7, the Tusculum Pioneers 0. The pass intercepted at the 48-yard line by number 3, Jordan Taylor. Return 9 yards. Tackled by number 16, Devin Hextall. It'll be first and 10, Pioneers. Corbin's pass intended for number 9, Darian Anderson, incomplete. Second down, Pioneers. Screen pass intended for number 4, Courtney Jackson, incomplete. Third down, Pioneers.
Officials timeout for an injury.
Courtney Jackson on the carry. Wrestled down by number 90, Joel Burgess. Second down and goal, Pioneers. The pass complete to the end zone. Number 87, Will Schellenbach with a touchdown, Pioneers! The extra point attempt is no good. Your score with 13:30 remaining in the second quarter. UVA 7, Tusculum 6. Fair catch taken by number 20, Javon Gillespie.
This will be a media timeout.
It'll be first down and 10, Cavaliers at their own 25-yard line.
Holding, number 4 on the defense, 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
On the carry, number 5, Caleb Grant. He's tackled by 92, Xavier Clemens. Second down, UVA Wise. Penalty marker on the field.
Ineligible receiver downfield, number 75 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, remaining, second down.
Lemon Redwine sacked in the backfield. Number 56, Nelson Luis. Third down, Cavaliers. Taylor Grant on the reception, brought down by number 6, Raynell Killian. Brings up 4th down and long for the Cavaliers. The punt by Drew Vermillion gets out of bounds at the 22-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10, Pioneers. Ivan Corbin sacked in the backfield by number 15, Trevor Morris. Fumble on the play gets out of bounds. The Pioneers retain possession.
Ball is fumbled backwards, out of bounds. 2nd down.
The pass intended for Will Schellenbach, incomplete. 3rd down, Pioneers. The screen pass to number 22, Reggie Tillum, is complete. Tackle made by number 46, Veronica Jones. 4th down, Pioneers. First down and 10, UVA Wise.
Inadvertent whistle. Step down will be replayed. 1st down.
Redwine's pass intended for number 9, Keyshawn Garrett, incomplete. Second down, Cavaliers. Gillespie on the carry. Stopped by Nelson Luis and Jahad Russ. Third down, Cavaliers. Pass complete to number 9, Keyshawn Garrett. Tackle made by number 7 for the Pioneers, John Smith. First and goal, Cavaliers. On the carry for the Cavaliers, into the end zone, number 20, Javon Gillespie. Touchdown, UVA Wise. The extra point by number 25, Drew Cassidy, is good. Your score with 8:45 remaining in the first half. The UVA Wise Highland Cavaliers 14, the Tusculum Pioneers 6. Kicking off, number 37, Kelly Dalton. Back to receive, number 14, Jarvis Jones, and number 22, Reggie Kellum. The kickoff gets into the end zone for the touchback. The Pioneers will have the ball, first down and 10. And the Tusculum volleyball team, women's volleyball team, returns home Friday, October 29th, as the Pioneers host Limestone University for his South Atlantic Conference match. Begins at 7 p.m. from Pioneer Arena. Derek Wright on the catch for the Pioneers. Tackle made by number 7, Markel Daly. The pass again complete to number 2, Derek Wright. Tackle made by number 31, Patrick Taylor. First down, Pioneers. The pass down the sideline complete to number 0, Justice Barham. It's first down, Pioneers. Derek Wright on the reception. Number 5, Jerry Kinney on the tackle, as well as 32, Armani Hoffman. Derek Wright on the reception. Tackle made by 97, Amon Ivy. Second and goal, Pioneers. Ivan Corbin, tackled by number 20, DeAndre Williams. Third and goal, Pioneers. Corbin's pass to the end zone is complete to number 0, Justice Barham. It's a touchdown, Pioneers! The extra point is good. Your score with 5:51 remaining in the second quarter. The UVA Wise Highland Cavaliers 14, the Tusculum Pioneers 13. Fair catch taken by number 2, Darian Newton. It'll be first down and 10 Cavaliers at their own 25-yard line.
Holding, number 70, on the offense. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Pass to the flats, complete to number 6, J.J. McNeil. He's tackled by number 4, Tycorian Brown. Second down, Cavaliers. Number 16, Devin Hextall on the reception.
Officials, timeout for an injury.
On the reception, number 6, J.J. McNeil, brought down by 25, Jonathan Lowe. First down, UVA Wise.
Holding, an eligible receiver, number 25. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Jacoby Johnson, the ball carrier for the Cavaliers. Number 7, John Smith, makes the tackle for the Pioneers. Second down, UVA Wise. Reception made by 22, Markel Harrison. Tackled immediately by 21, Jahan Russ. Third down, Cavaliers. Reception made by 87, Addison Ironside. Fourth down, Cavaliers. Rush by 34, Jacoby Johnson. Tackle 48, Ryan McIntyre. Pass to the end zone intended for Devin Hextall, incomplete. Coverage for the Pioneers, number 3, Jordan Taylor. Second down, UVA Wise. Number 22, Markel Harrison on the reception. Tackle made by number 2, Jermaine Witherspoon, and 4, Tycorian Brown. Third down, Cavaliers.
And on for receiver, downfield, number 70 on the offense. The penalties decline. Fourth down.
South Atlantic Conference football score to pass along at halftime. Lenore Ryan 35, Carson Newman 0. The 34-yard field goal attempt by 25, Drew Cassidy, is no good. With a minute 37 remaining in the second quarter, your score, UVA Wise 14, Tusculum 13.
Intentional grounding, number 1 on the offense. Spot foul, loss of down, second down.
On the carry, number 4, Courtney Jackson, brought down by number 7, Markel Daly. Third down, Pioneers. Catch made by number 11, Will Sweeper. Yardage today, first down, Pioneers. Will Sweeper, the intended receiver. Coverage by number 5, Jerry Kinney. Second down, Pioneers. The pass deep downfield is complete to number 2, Derek Wright, into the end zone. Touchdown, Pioneers! The extra point by John Aiden Pittman is good. Your score with 31 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Tusculum Pioneers 20, the UVA Wise Cavaliers 14. Fans, coming up at halftime, there'll be an honorary breast cancer survivor walk and a remembrance ceremony. If any breast cancer survivors would like to take part in the survivor walk, we ask that you please come down to the west end zone on the home sideline of Pioneer Field. Again, if you'd like to take part in the breast cancer survivor walk, Gillespie on the return, forced out of bounds by number 38, Jamari Hill. It'll be first down for the Cavaliers.
Hello, my name is Jacob Fate, and I'm the Dean of the College of Business at Tusculum University. I'm proud to share with you that the programs in the College of Business received accreditation through ACBSP in December of 2018. The Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs accredits business schools and programs worldwide. This accreditation elevates our programs to the top programs worldwide.
Crush it. Did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? So what are you waiting for? Hip-hop group tag team to help you plan dessert?
French vanilla, rocky road, chocolate, peanut butter cookie dough. Scoop that is, scoop that is, scoop that is, scoop that is, scoop shakalaka, 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 shaka, scoop shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka.
Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
From the first day, we looked around each other and we said, we gotta go make things happen this year.
It doesn't matter what the score is at the end of the game. You have to go forward.
You have to take the game.
Attacking gets your goals real quick.
Give your best effort every day.
King feeds the post. Hankins scores. Ferris State, they win their first national title.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head.
Completed an associate's
Being
degree,
a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle,
and the minimum GPA
and the relentless drive to be the best.
And then for our
Welcome to Division II,
in nursing,
where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it?
With an RN.
It's will you?
So for the Bachelor of Science program, we offer a wide variety of courses to help prepare that graduate for to a general nurse. And then we also have courses that range from pediatrics to adult and geriatrics, along with the specialty courses that are required to attain your RN. And then offer a wide variety of clinical experiences. We not only use Ballot Health as most of our clinical courses, but we also connect with the community and use those as well. With COVID and all the recent things in public health, we've really been able to add public health to our realm and reach out. We've had our kids, our students do COVID and flu clinics throughout the community here. And so that's really given them a lot of experience that they may not have gotten before COVID.
So you want to recruit a Bachelor of Science class for the spring. So give me what does that actually mean? What are you trying to accomplish by recruiting for a Bachelor of Science class?
Well, recruitment, we'll be ready to start a new cohort here in the spring. So anyone that's already completed those prerequisites that we need for them to attend would need to go ahead and apply. If they're not already a current student, would apply to Tusculum under a Tusculum application, and then as well go on the website and fill out the Bachelor of Science application as well. And then that would explain what other requirements would need to be met. And then we're currently trying to schedule that entrance exam so that those students that can be able to come in the spring could go ahead and get that taken. So we're really excited about having this class come in. We're hoping to have a big class, and we can accommodate quite a few students here and hopefully get that class in and get them started. There's such a shortage here with COVID, and
And we stand behind what we sell with a lifetime warranty. For more, simply go to johnsoncitytoyota.com.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time. Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit.
5, 6, 7, go! Boom, 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 boom. Yeah!
Geico. Great service without all the drama.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
So much of life these days is rushing around from one place to another. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey on the way to the destination. And part of what makes it a little more enjoyable is an appreciation for the folks who help you get there. At Ingalls, we know that the people who send you on your way are the same ones who keep you coming back.
I think you should take it for a spin. Are you serious?
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Game station engineer, the executive producer of the Pioneer Sports Network, Nathan Hubbard.
A couple of drop balls. It didn't cost them as far as leading. They lead this game 20-14 and getting ready to get the ball back to start the second half. So we hope those big plays continue.
So, kicking it away, the Highland Cavaliers. Short kick. Jones drifts back, fields it on his back pedal at the 4. Near side return 10, 15, 20. Tripped up at the 30. And almost a touchdown-saving tackle. Jarvis the Jet Jones showing us his speed. Will take it up to the 32-yard line before he'll be brought down there. And again, a shoestring-type tackle by Capone Hoffman, a third-year sophomore out of Orange, Virginia. 1st and 10, Pioneers.
Well, Pioneers got pretty good starting field position to begin the second half. It'd be certainly nice if they could extend their lead right here.
So Ivan Corbin will come out and lead the Pioneers. After a banner first half, threw for a career best 339 yards last week. Very impressive in the loss to the Lenore Bears, and had an impressive first half. This will be Maurice Gamillion running left side. Just not a lot of running room for him. Whistles blow, but he's taken to the ground. That's going to draw a flag. That's a good call. The whistles were blowing for about 8 yards, and the tackle still brought Maurice Gamillion to the turf.
Yeah, so that'll give the Pioneers 15 free yards and move them up close to midfield.
So unnecessary roughness thrown against the Cavs. Corbin threw for 227 in that first half, and of course the big plays were a part of as well. 67 yards to Derek Wright. 68 yards to Derek Wright, a 30-yard play to Justice Parham, a 29-yard play to Tyler Burke. Parham also had a 24-yard catch in that first half, so some big explosion plays there. Thank you, buddy. So it is a 1st and 10 via the penalty, just shy of the 50 at the 47. (20-14) Tusculum. Corbin asking for the ball, hands it off Gamillion. 50, 45, and he's forced out of bounds into Wise territory on the far sideline, running right to the pylon stick for the first down, gains 11. 1st and 10 for Tusculum.
Gamillion coming into the game, he only needed just a little over 100 yards to get 1,000 for his career. Not quite there at the start of the halftime, but he's already picking up, moving his way toward it.
He's moving there for sure. 1st and 10 here. Play action pass. Corbin looking to go deep. He's looking Parham's way. And a good coverage in the secondary. And Parham was not open. But you know what we've learned? It doesn't matter if Parham's not open. He's going to make a catch.
Yeah, he can jump up and make that catch. And it was just good coverage by UVA Wise. Had a defender between Parham and Corbin, and he was able to put a hand up and knock it down.
Having Derek Wright as a guy who has emerged in this game with his career best game for the Pioneers here this fall has been a bonus. And maybe going down the stretch, that will be very beneficial. Here on 2nd down and 10, one deep safety and press coverage. Corbin going to step up, room to run. 40, 35, Corbin 30, Corbin 25. Corbin is ripped down by his shoulder pads inside the 20 and slung to the turf at the 18-yard line, right in the middle of the field. It'll move the chains. 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's one of those great plays that we see Corbin sometimes get on and think he forces the on run a little bit quickly, but that time it was a good play and picked up one of those explosion plays. Big pickup for Tusculum.
Into the red zone once again for Tusculum. We talked about red zone efficiency, and UVA Wise was one of the best. Tusculum 2 of 3 in the red zone, and also UVA Wise. Each team has missed a field goal once they have been able to get into the red zone. Corbin out of the gun, asks for the snap. Back to pass, looking, no one's open. So he'll roll the pocket near side. He's got Parham near side. There is a flag thrown, and this ball's picked off. And tried to return it out of the end zone. Now he will go down. He'll take a knee. This will be negated on the interception thrown into the end zone. Just another poor decision. Had Justice Parham right standing all alone on the near side. Instead throws it into double coverage. The hold goes against Tusculum, negated, and the interception for the first turnover of the game against the Pioneers.
We talked about the interceptions for both teams. Pioneers did have one early, and now UVA Wise have got one.
Just a difficult decision to try to throw that ball on the run. He had lots of time. There was a reason. There was a hold. So any big play that would have gone Tusculum's way would have come back. But Parham was standing all alone at the 10. Sometimes you just take what it's given to you. And Corbin just didn't see it that time, unfortunately. And the pick gives the ball to the Highland Cavaliers. So the Pioneers cannot cash in on the first drive of the second half, but the Pioneers will swarm Redwine and sack him inside the 15 at the 14. That's Nelson Luis again.
Well, those sacks keep coming. We've said that going into the game. So good start by the defense on this. As UVA Wise is all ready to roll.
Robert Carter giving the Highland Cavaliers this possession on the interception in the end zone. 2 weeks ago against Wingate, interception at the 4. Fumble at our own 4 last week. Just mistake after mistake for this Pioneer team this season. Hextall going for the miraculous one-handed catch, the Utah State transfer, and probably should have used 2 hands there and he would have caught it. As it is, it's incomplete, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 16.
Yeah, he's had a wild kind of career. He's from Baltimore, Maryland, played at Utah State, transferred back to Wise, Virginia.
He's been, but you know what? He's traveled.
Yeah.
He's been able to travel. It's like joining the Navy.
There you go.
You know, you're traveling around. 3rd down and 16. Redwine out of the gun with the snap. Under some pressure immediately and had to get rid of it very, very early. His tight end wasn't even out of his break. It's incomplete, and it's 4th down. And after the interception, the defense bails out the offense.
The defense started out on the drive, bailing out the offense with the big sack on the quarterback, and now they're having to punt, and Tusculum should be able to certainly at least be on UVA Wise side of midfield if they can just field the punt.
So, standing right on his goal line is going to be the punter, Drew Vermillion. Low snap, gets it away. Wobbler, end over end, right, fields it on his knees for a fair catch at the 48, but he fields it when it was in the air, and it gives the Pioneers some very good field position.
It does, because if that ball would have hit, it would have certainly rolled like we've seen already today, so save it, get a ball midfield.
So a timeout on the field. We'll take it and return right after this. 12:24 to play in the 3rd. It's Tusculum 20, UVA Wise 14 on the Pioneer Sports Network. Dwayne McGee has 200 yards rushing and 5 touchdowns. Can you say Offensive Player of the Week?
I would certainly say so, probably national.
Holy cow. 20-14, Tusculum leads here. Derek Wright vying for Player of the Week offensively. Here's a handoff to Courtney Jackson. He's brought down by what appeared to be his face mask, but it may have just been a forearm across the face mask. Either way, we're finally getting a version of Joel Burgess who makes his stop there. He's been kind of shut out today. It's a gain of 2, going to bring up 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2 with the ball spotted right on the 50-yard line.
So the Pioneers on Breast Cancer Awareness Day, right on the U at the 50, highlighted in the pink paint of Tusculum. 2nd down and 8, bring a man in motion. This will be Corbin looking to go deep, and he's got Darian Anderson out there, and he's underthrown it. It's going to be picked off again. Second consecutive series that the Pioneers will be picked off, and it will be inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And I think it's going to be the same player. And I think it is Robert Carter who makes that pick. It's his second in a row.
Can you maybe say defensive player of the week?
There's a good chance right there. Tusculum gave up 2 defensive players last week. Amari Houston was the defensive player of the week in the league, and I didn't think he did a whole lot against us, but apparently he did enough. So first down and 10 for Wise after the second turnover of the second half for the Pioneers. Just shoot ourselves in the foot. Redwine pass is going to be complete. Craig Watts will make the stop. And that play across the 15 up to about the 16-yard line, and that catch is made by J.J. McNeil. Quickly to the line of scrimmage after a gain of 4. Second down and 6 as Redwine takes the snap, and he's just going to lob it downfield and out of play. Got rid of it as Pioneers had that play covered up. So third down.
All right, now get you a big stop, force the punt, and once again, no harm, no foul on the interceptions, I guess.
They just can't take it. You can't throw an interception in the end zone. You're taking your shot going deep. Just throw it deep. You've got a cannon of an arm. Just throw it out there. And he underthrew it, and Carter has picked off his second pass of the game. The leading intercepting team in the league. This pass is going to be incomplete, as leaping high was Markel Harrison, who couldn't bring it down on the bar hash at the South Atlantic Conference logo. It's incomplete, and it's fourth down.
Now the Pioneers getting their punt return unit on. I'd almost like to see Tusculum drop 2 guys back to return to at least give themselves a chance.
Well, because the punts have not been high, they've been low, and they're not allowed to get there and field it. I agree with you. Vermillion, a low snap, comes away with it. This is a high punt. Wright for a fair catch, fields it at the 44-yard line, and that's where the Pioneers will take over first and 10.
Now they started out last drive at 48, made it up to the 50 following the punt and interception. We had the interception, and they're race everything back, and they're pretty much in the same spot they were before it all started.
All right, no, you cannot give up. You can't give up another one here. No, you got to score here.
Go down and score.
So the Pioneers, 2 turnovers on 2 drives here in the second half. One to open the second half, and it was ended in the end zone. Then the second was after they had forced the punt after the interception. And then they throw another one, but they get another 3 and out, and they have the football back. Reggie Kellum will be the running back, and again, he's battling a bum knee on his right shoulder of Ivan Corbin in the backfield. Justice Parham and Derek Wright are set to the near side. Jarvis Jones will get the jet sweep, and it's called the jet sweep for a reason. Here he comes with speed, 45, breaking tackles 40. Near side return at 35 down to the 30, and inside the 30 to the 28-yard line before he stopped there. First and 10 for the Pioneers, and Jarvis the Jet Jones.
Good pickup for the Pioneers. Keep things rolling. Get yourselves down within position to put some points on the board again.
20-14 Tusculum. Jones has him inside the 30 at the 28. Will Sweeper is back in for Jones with Wright to the far sideline. Near side is going to be Parham, right on the number at the 30. Corbin in the backfield. Reggie Kellum with him. Blitz comes. Corbin sees it, but is not going to be able to get out of trouble, and then is just going to loft it downfield. He was out of the pocket. He had the ball past the line of scrimmage, and there was a man within the vicinity because he did get outside of the pocket. So no intentional grounding, but he was basically tackled.
Yeah, he was basically tackled, so that was a good save by Ivan Corbin right there. Don't know that it negates the 2 thrown interceptions, right. But certainly he saved a play for the Pioneers.
So again, the ball lined up on the near hash for the Pioneers, and again, there's brilliance, and then there's just like, what are we doing? Again, this week, Kyle Dickey sitting in his office, he said, I want consistency this week. Well, we're on the downslide of that consistency here in this second half. Corbin to pass. Looking far side, has Derek Wright complete 15. Out of bounds at the 10 on the far sideline at the 11-yard line. It moves the chains. First and 10, pick up a 17.
Good pickup for the Pioneers, getting themselves in excellent position. Just keep this drive going, no more mistakes, and extend your lead.
Now that was a perfect pass. That was a well-executed play. It cleared out. It was wonderful. So it is a first and 10 at the 11 for the Pioneers. under 10 to play in this third quarter. Corbin out of the gun. Kellum is on his right shoulder. Corbin is going to keep it, run to the near side. He should have handed it off. He's going to lose 3 back to the 14 as Wise had that one covered up, and that was Shavon Fields, a fourth-year junior from Richmond.
Pioneers can get a first down here without getting into the end zone. Got the work cut out for him now, backed up 2nd and 13.
But, you know, Corbin he's throwing, Parham, 0. He's never covered, as far as I'm concerned.
Even when he's covered, he's not covered.
And trying to throw it and lob it to Kellum for a screen, which was going to be covered up. Kellum tripped over his offensive lineman as he was coming and breaking out of the backfield. It's incomplete, so it's 3rd down and 14.
Tried to make the cut and went over the guy who was blocking for you to make the cut.
3rd down, Pioneers.
Certainly not a way you're going to have a good afternoon if that's the way it is.
Bring Shellum back out, and it's going to be Tyler Burke who will come in, so that scat back will be in for the Pioneers on this play. Watching Parham is 6'4" Jerry Kinney on this near side. Burke will come in motion on 3rd down and 13 at the 14-yard line. Corbin to pass, steps up in the pocket. He runs into his own guys. It's not like he runs away from trouble. He runs into his own guys. So it's 4th down and 13 at the 14, and the kick team will come out for the Pioneers.
So consecutive plays the Pioneers had essentially negated just simply because they ran into their own blockers.
So Pittman is going to attempt from the 21-yard line, which would be a 31-yard effort. Can we get the first field goal for Pittman? Snap, hold, kick. Pittman's kick is good. Yes, we do. 8:33 to play here in this third quarter. We go to a break, a new score. It's now Tusculum 23 and UVA Wise 14. Pioneer football continues after this.
Voice of the Pioneers, Ryan's.
My long-term memory's good, Joe. My short-term memory's going. Pittman hit a field goal last week at halftime to give the Pioneers that 17-14 lead going into the half. So that's his second. It caps a 7-play, 42-yard drive, took 2:25 off of the clock after the Pioneers threw their second interception of the half. Pioneers get the second straight 3 and out, and this time do convert, but they get inside the 15 and are unable to move forward. They get it down to the 11, and as a matter of fact, they went backwards. So Gonzalez to kick it away to the near side, and Javon Gillespie will ask for a fair catch and field it at the 12, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Highland Cavaliers at the 25. And the thing about it is the Pioneer defense has played so good, but you know that UVA Wise, they're going to get into a rhythm here pretty soon.
Yeah, they are. I mean, the good
man in motion across the formation will be the tight end. Redwine looking that way, far sideline, and throwing down the field, and this will be incomplete. Tycorian Brown in coverage. The pass was a bit high, intended for Miles Ward, and it'll bring up 3rd and 9.
And right here, defense get you a very big stop and get your offensive football back.
3rd down coming up with 8:03 to play here in the third. Pioneers leading the game 23-14, winning 2 years ago when they played 21-19 at Wise. Redwine to pass, it'll be complete, but only up to the 31-yard line as Tycorian Brown smothers the receiver as soon as he makes the catch, and that catch is made by McNeil. It will bring up 4th down, and the punt team will be out for the Highland Cavaliers.
Yeah, you have to think if this was the 4th quarter, they might be thinking about going for it right here, but it's still the 3rd, so smart play, punt the ball away if you're UVA Wise and live to play again.
Vermillion out to punt the ball away. for UVA. It's a low snap, and he's able to come away with it. Third punt of the second half. Derek Wright thought about running up and making that catch and then ran away from it. And then backs up, and it hits at the 28, and it will go to the 30, actually take a pioneer roll up to the 30.
It had a little backspin on it that benefited Tusculum, so not where you want, but it's not as bad as it could have been. Could have rolled the other way.
So 7:20 left. I just always remember the Tennessee LSU game we were listening to on the way home from a game, and Tim Priest was absolutely losing his mind because we couldn't field punts. He lost his mind for UT and not fielding punts for about a quarter and a half. Talking about a lot of that. I feel a little bit there, but we're gonna let it go. We're gonna let it go. First and 10 at the 30. The Pioneers lead 23-14. Led in each of every game except Newberry this year, and stand at just 2-4. This pass complete. Will sweeper near side makes a guy miss. 30, 35, running near sideline and is taken out of bounds on the Pioneer bench after he gains about 8 yards. He catches the ball 3 or 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage and runs for 14 and gains officially 8.
Hey, still a good pickup, and it gives you a lot of options here on second down.
Second down and 2 for the Pioneers up near the 38-yard line as we go under 7 minutes to play here in the third quarter. With the Pioneers in front by that score, we'll hand it off to Maurice Gamillion, and Gamillion maybe the 38, maybe the line of scrimmage, as it looked as if he was able to cut back. Burgess helping out on that stop for the Wise Cavaliers.
Yeah, no gain on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 2.
So 3rd down and 2. Sweeper and right to the near side. Parham to the far side. Gamillion is on the left shoulder of Ivan Corbin out of the gun. Pioneers want to go quickly here on 3rd down and short. They jump. Do they throw the flag? They don't. It's not a free play. The pass to Will Sweeper on the back shoulder is going to be caught inside Cavalier territory and caught at the 42. 1st and 10 to Will Sweeper.
Now, UVA Wise players are adamant that the ball hit the ground. I have no idea one way or the other because his back was to us, and all I know is he came down with it and he had the ball, so I can't tell you if it was the right call or not.
The Catawba College graduate student making the most of his start in for Tyler Agero for the Pioneers over the last couple of weeks. 1st down and 10 at the Cavalier 42. Corbin out of the gun, back to pass, looking, and he's looking to go deep, and he's got a man out there, but that should have been holding. Yeah, there he is. Derek Wright was unable to come out of his break, and as a matter of fact, Justice Parham was being held down here on the near side as well, and the official is able to catch it. It's not uncatchable. It's a hold. It's not pass interference. It's a hold. It is not pass interference.
No, that was not pass interference. That was a hold. He was physically held back, restrained from making his turn.
The reason that he can't make the catch is because he's being held. That's why it is uncatchable, because he never could get to the spot. Why don't we understand that? Oh my gosh. I don't like the fact that the official can come out and say, no, he would have never got there. Well, you don't know that. He was tackled. 2nd and 10 as it is, and then the Pioneers move, and we go back behind the chains. It's 2nd down and 15.
2nd and 15. Pioneers are going to be backed up to the 48.
And here's that inconsistency I'm talking about.
47.
I really thought that I felt like we got over the hump. We kick a field goal, we drive down inside the 20. But we're just unable to be a little bit more consistent. 2 turnovers here in the second half and a field goal. And the Pioneers have been dominant here in this third quarter. Here on 2nd down and 15, back at the 47. Quick hitter to Tyler Burke. Burke at the 45, and he takes a very tough hit to the 44 for a gain of 3, and it will bring up 3rd down and 12.
Another one of those plays that developed for quite a few yards, but actually didn't net very many just because it was sideways.
Just like the way they get that young man involved. He's going to be special for Tusculum. Under 5:10, almost 5 minutes to play here in the third. Corbin looking over to the sideline. Pioneers lead 23-14. They'll bring Burke in motion. 3 wideouts to the near sideline, and the tight end set to the left. Corbin to pass. There was a tackle and we did not get away with it. 40, 35, and the 32-yard line. It would be enough for a first at the 31, but it'll be negated as one of our offensive linemen literally tackled Burgess rushing the quarterback.
So that will be a hold against the Pioneers, back them up. Going to wind up being replay third down with 21 to go.
Let me tell you, it was a good tackle, too. Like, I mean, if you're going to get your money's worth like that. Because we got every bit of it. And Theobald, I mean, he's a mountain of a man to begin with. But he got every bit of his money's worth on that tackle. So that's a tackle, which is very similar to what happened to the Pioneers in the secondary of UVA Wise, and they called it an uncatchable pass. The reason it's uncatchable, again, let's review. Because you can't get to the spot because you're held. So it's a holding penalty and not pass interference. There needs to be some kind of clarification there. Third down 22. After the holding penalty, Corbin rolls the pocket near side. Throwing it, it's complete to Justice Parham, and that was a wonderful tackle. As if Battle is not able to make that tackle, Parham may wiggle free and be able to go downfield. Now, it's fourth down, and you're in that gray area at the 39.
Yeah, can't kick a field goal, you punt, and if you don't just pin it, then you don't really gain a whole lot.
But I like this call. I like what he's getting ready to do. Because we're into the wind, and I think you just go ahead and pin them inside. You don't have to kick it. I mean, it's almost just literally kick it with your left foot here. You're a right-footed kicker. Kick it with your left. Just let it go forward and roll it inside the 20 maybe. We don't have enough guys, so we have to bring somebody out. And actually, we're going to get a delay of game penalty, which probably won't be the worst thing.
No, it gives Cantrell a little bit more room to work.
So it'll back us up 5 yards. We lead 23-14 with 3:28 to play in the third. Pioneer offense stalling. After 2 interceptions and a field goal in this second half, we'll be punting for the first time. And back deep is Newton. Cantrell standing now inside his 45 at the 42. Great snap. And the punt, he shanked it. It's just terrible. It's just, I do not know what's going on with special teams. It's out of bounds at the 25.
Might as well just go for it.
Exactly. It's been a rough day. It's been a rough year for special teams. One aspect is great, one aspect isn't. And today, unfortunately for Cantrell, he's not connected. He is a fantastic punter. Not his day today. 3:16 to play in the third. We'll stack an I out of the pistol formation. And it'll be a play-action pass. Day-Day is being held as he's trying to break free, and the pass is thrown back shoulder incomplete. We see Theobald with the tackle, but we didn't see one of the biggest, shortest people on the field get tackled.
It worked out for the Pioneers. Ball was dropped, and now UVA Wise is looking at 2nd and 10 here. 3 minutes left in the third quarter that never ends.
Just don't understand. Just don't get it. 2nd down and 10. Red wine to pass. Looking. Pass is picked on. Oh, it's dropped.
Well, it doesn't matter because it's going to be a penalty for roughing the passer.
Red wine took a massive hit. I think he's okay. He's just stunned, you know. John Smith had it hit him right where you don't want to have hit it, I guess, right in the hands.
Roughing the passes with targeting with the crown of the helmet. Number 12. Number 12 is disqualified.
Wow. We actually called a targeting in a Division II game. But I agree with the call.
So that does take Tusculum's Deontay Jones out of the game for the rest of the day.
Would have liked to have seen that at Wingate a few weeks ago when Ivan Corbin was tackled square with the crown of the helmet in a face mask. The same guy that made the pick six. Would have been nice to have seen that. But we got one here, and it's well-deserved. I mean, Delonte came right in and sure enough went right at red wine. But here you go, Joe. This is the thing that gets a team going and gets you a little bit of momentum. A penalty, which creates a first down. This pass is going to be incomplete. Witherspoon defending on the play, and he, along with Harrison, a little shoving match afterwards, and Harrison will exit the field. 2nd and 10.
And right now, the big thing the Pioneers have to really guard against is getting that area. They're going to wind up with a penalty.
2nd down and 10 for Wise. Down 23-14. Redwine will roll the pocket to the far sideline, and this pass is actually on the run, going to be caught into Pioneer territory to the 49. And here you go. They get a great start because of the penalty.
Okay. You've just got to recover. You get one stupid penalty, and although it was a deserved penalty, it was an aggression type penalty. It wasn't like non-sportsmanlike stuff, but they got to watch against that too.
1st and 10. Redwine to pass, looking far sideline, and this pass will be incomplete. And it will bring up 2nd down and 10 with 2:34 to play in the third.
The things that I keep harping about, we just set this play. You got a Tusculum defensive back jumping up, making all these incomplete gestures. UVA Wise threw the ball on the ground. You didn't break anything up.
Handoff, running play. Johnson, it breaks one tackle at the line of scrimmage, and he'll take it down to the Pioneer 45. He'll gain 4 to bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Wise Cavaliers.
Who are already trying to go, and the Pioneers trying to get personnel on and off the field.
So they were able to get the switch here this time. So Redwine is out of the gun on 3rd down and 6 at the Pioneer 45. Back to pass, across the middle, man wide open 40. 35, and he'll be taken down by Jermaine Witherspoon at the 20, make that the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 is UVA Wise is marching their way down the field, following the Tusculum mistakes.
So 23-14, Tusculum leads. They've rallied from down 14-6, pardon me. Redwine to pass, looking right side. The pass somehow is plucked out of the air. What an incredible catch for UVA Wise's Daquan Battle as he takes it right away from Ty Corian Brown, who is in perfect position.
Yeah, I was going to say it wasn't necessarily plucked out of the air. It was plucked out of Ty Corian Brown's hands, I think.
Redwine out of the gun inside. There's red zone once again. Handoff is Johnson, and Johnson is tackled by John Smith as he takes it inside the 10 and down to about the 7-yard line. And again, penalty really allowing this drive to continue and aided here today.
Wrestled down by 7, John Smith.
Just been the key. Redwine out of the gun. Tusculum not set defensively, lobbing it to the corner for Hextall, and it's going to be knocked away incomplete. Hextall thought he was interfered with. Jordan Taylor knocked it away.
And, of course, Taylor jumping up, keep chirping in his face. Yeah, you made a great play, but guess what? They've still got 3rd down and they're inside your 10.
And you're one of the best red zone scoring touchdown teams in the league. 67% of the time they get in the red zone, they score a touchdown. They've done it twice today. Redwine looks over to the far sideline and got a false start going against UVA Wise. So they faked themselves out.
Number 16 on the offense.
Yeah, he wasn't set, and so he's coming out of the game. He was still upset that he didn't get a pass interference call earlier. So he's coming out. And so back him up 5 yards. 3rd and goal from the 12 with Wise down 23-14. It's a 2-score game. You're going to need 2 scores anyway. So you have kind of chip shot range for your kicker if you don't go another down. Just don't go backwards. The ball is dropped. Redwine comes up with it, lobs it into the end zone for the score. Are you kidding me? Touchdown Wise. Redwine, the Pioneers thought his knee was down, and I'm pretty sure it was very, very close, his knee being down on the turf, but he still completes this touchdown.
Well, I don't know whether the Pioneers quit playing or 100%, bravo to Redwine, whatever, but Tusculum cannot let something like that happen. The ball was on the ground, and they didn't get him, and not only that, they allowed him to throw a touchdown pass.
Why go for 2 here? It's 23-20. And they're going to take a timeout on special teams. All right, let's just try to explain this whole play. So Redwine takes this down. He drops it. He goes down to pick up the ball, and he never picked it up cleanly. And it looked like he went down to a knee with possession of the ball. But then he shovel shot puts it. All right, it's a shot put of a pass. and somehow was able to loft it over the offensive line into the end zone. And I still don't know who Darian Newton makes the catch, and it's a 12-yard touchdown. And then they lined up to go for 2 as if they were going to tie the game up. I don't know why they would even attempt to go for 2.
No, I mean, it's I don't know if you've got a chart over there. If you do, it's a bad chart.
It's a terrible chart.
Yeah. Now they got the kicking unit on. And I can't argue whether or not Redwine was down. Everything happened so fast, and we couldn't see. Of course, we're looking through a post here, so that doesn't help.
Right.
I really wish that we'd go back and years past, we could look over our shoulders here to replay and see, but we can't do that anymore.
Yeah, they've asked us to take, if you're wondering, and the games are online still, but they're not on YouTube that we don't have access to, so it's frustrating. All right, so the point after is good. They actually kick the point, and we go to a break. 49 seconds to play. I told you, just a matter of time before Wise gets back into it, and they did. It's now Tusculum 23 and UVA Wise 21. Pioneer football continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network. Yard touchdown run and gets to within 2 on the point after. 10 plays, 75 yards, penalty aided, but one big penalty.
Justifiable penalty.
Yeah, very justifiable targeting, roughing the passer penalty. But it helped the drive to continue. Redwine 4 of 8, 57 yards on that drive, and he throws the touchdown. His first touchdown toss of the game, his 15th of the season, and it's 23-21. So Wise to kick it away and give Tusculum their worst field position of the game, but the kickoff will go out of bounds. So the Pioneers will have it, though, in great field position still, but it's not their worst start, because their worst start was the 32. So they'll have it at the 35 here. Did I hear that right? The women's volleyball team
defeated Wingate 3-1.
It's the first time in 19 matches they defeated them at Cuddy. So it's the first time ever they've gone back-to-back defeating Wingate, a nationally proven program.
And Tusculum volleyball is undefeated at Pioneer Arena.
9-0 now. I think it's 9-0. Holy cow, that's great stuff. Good team. Reggie Kellum, was he trying to come off the field? He's like, I'm coming. No, I'm staying. No, I'm coming. I'm staying on. Reggie Kellum is out there for the Pioneers. Burke will go in motion. Jet sweep toss to him, and it's covered up nicely by Wise. As a matter of fact, Burke goes for maybe a yard, and from his linebacking position, Mason Poehler comes up with the stop.
Yeah, not what the Pioneers needed. You're still in the lead, but it's a very precarious lead here as we're going under 30 seconds.
Sorry, now I misread that, UVA fans. Not Poehler, Polier with that stop. 2nd down and 9. Tusculum leads 23-21 with 20 seconds left in the third and counting. Handoff to Kellum right up the middle, and left side in between the hash. And he'll do well to get back to the 38. He'll gain 2. It's 3rd down and 7. And that's probably the final play of the third. So we'll go to the 4th quarter here on this breast cancer awareness game for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Do your part, get educated, and help support a great cause. With your score at the end of 3, it's Tusculum 23, UVA Wise 21. Pioneer football will continue after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
booth with the voice of the Pioneers, Brian Staten.
Pioneers facing a critical third down here, leading 23-21 after UVA Wise marches right down the field to score a touchdown. This pass will be complete to a guy having a career day for Tusculum. Derek Wright, right at midfield, right in the middle of the field, moves the chains, 1st and 10.
You know, listening to that Bachman commercial, I wonder, do you have to pay royalties for the Vincent Price laugh?
Well, I was wondering about that, but since it's all over the place, then and we pay for the Michael Jackson song, I guess we can use it.
Okay.
So that's why we do that. Probably not supposed to, but we pay for the song.
I mean, he's dead, but I'm sure he's got family and people that rake in royalties from name, likeness, and image or whatever.
Two top quarterbacks passing, well, actually numbers 2 and 3 in the league, going at it today. Corbin looking for more, and he had Tyler Burke, and he just missed him. Just overthrown, and not a bad pass there from Ivan Corbin. That's a good read on a very speedy Tyler Burke.
It really was. Unfortunately, kind of had an outlet pass. We could have picked up some yardage down here, but give Corbin credit. He's looking downfield, trying to extend this lead, and he made a good throw. It was just a little bit too far lead.
Corbin, 24 of 42, 331. Again, last week his career day of 339. Redwine, 23 of 39 for 211. He has a touchdown and an interception. Corbin has 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions thrown today. Derek Wright, 141 yards receiving. Looking his way again, and this will be incomplete. There it comes.
Finally, back judge saw it.
So a holding of the jersey on Darian Anderson, and I don't care if they're going to say this is uncatchable or not. The reason it's uncatchable is because the kid was unable to get to the spot.
UVA Wise had him by the back of his jersey and just about disrobed him.
Holding, number 5.
All right, so there's holding there, okay? Okay? That's holding right there. Well, how's that any different from the flag that was picked up down here because of an uncatchable pass?
I don't have an answer for that.
Why do I keep going back? Why do I even worry about it?
And truthfully, the first one that wasn't called is more visible and egregious than this one right here.
Yeah, that one wasn't easy to see. And the only reason we saw it is because he turned his back to us. Had it been the other way around, we would have never seen anything. All right, so we have an injury timeout. While we do, here's some numbers. 393, that's total offense for Tusculum. 235 for Wise. Tusculum's thrown for 331, Wise 211. Running game, Javon Gillespie, 7 carries, 17 yards for Wise. Courtney Jackson, 4 carries for 30 yards for the Pioneers. Derek Wright, 8 receptions for 141 yards. And J.J. McNeil, 5 catches for 53 yards. But Devin Hextall has 60 receiving yards today. Justice Parham, 4 catches for 72 yards. Back to play, 1st and 10. This is Kellum, and Kellum will take it from the 40. He'll take it right down the middle of the field, in between the hash marks, to the 34-yard line. He'll gain 6 on the play, bring up 2nd down and 4.
You know, not the biggest runner of all, but he gained 5 of those 6 with guys hanging off his back.
Austin Hicks makes the stop for Wise. And I wouldn't mind seeing a few more running plays here, to be perfectly honest.
Get this clock running at third quarter. I don't know when it started, but it lasted a
long time at third quarter. 23-21, Tusculum by 2, rallying from down 14-6 to take a 23-14 lead. Corbin throwing deep for Tyler Burke, had him, but just throws it off. Burke turned around twice. It's like he got fooled. They took their shot down the field. It's a well-executed play.
Yeah, it was to the near pylon here. And honestly, you can't fault Corbin on that throw right there.
Right.
I think Burke, it's just he couldn't find the ball.
How is a wide receiver running back to the line of scrimmage with his shoulder pad out of his jersey?
It's the new style. They're spring-loaded shoulder pads.
Jackson Boone back on the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 4 from the Cavalier 34. Quick pass near side, back shoulder to Anderson, complete 25, and he's down at the 21-yard line. And they're on the stop. That 6'4" defensive back Jerry Kenny, but it moves the chains, 1st and 10, perfectly executed.
Pioneers need to do everything they can to make sure this drive ends in a touchdown.
So Reggie Kellum, right shoulder, now just to the left shoulder of Ivan Corbin. 13.5 to play in the game. Tusculum leads 23-21. Burke in motion, jet sweep toss to him. He stops and moves back, cuts back toward the near hash, and then is driven backwards. As he made it to the 18, it looked like, but they're only going to give him the 20. So he gains 2, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Get in that situation, and I start thinking about ball security as much as anything, more than the possession of the spot, because you don't want to give up another turnover.
So the Pioneers, with Anderson, Boone, and Burke all to the far side. Kellum, as Corbin was lined up on the guard, not the center, had to move over. Corbin passed to the far side, and this ball is going to be incomplete. Well defended on that far sideline, looking for Anderson, and defending Daquan Battle with a nice play. And another injury timeout for another offensive lineman. We are the walking wounded. I think that's Tremaine Chapman, who has been banged up all season long. The fact that it's even going is quite remarkable.
And, you know, those offensive linemen are such big guys, just whenever they push and go down, there's a lot of force behind it.
So it ended up 59-0, and I will have to go back and look, but that was Lenore Ryan absolutely demolishing the Carson Newman Eagles. 28 first quarter points, everything LR. They had 40 first downs. Carson Newman had 9 first downs. 9 first downs. Carson Newman was 1 of 13 on 3rd downs today. Willingham, 26 of 36, 363, had a field day. Dwayne McGee, 200 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns today on 19 carries. Keelan Parsons, 5 catches, 101 yards. Everybody got involved. They unredshirted kids today for LR, and that never happens against Carson Newman.
Well, I mean, I know we're a month away almost, but I can see 1 of 2 things happening. Figure out a way not to play.
Right.
Maybe they weren't vaccinated or didn't wear the mask.
Right.
Or for whatever reason, the winless Eagles will break out their 1 game of the year.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, right?
Yeah.
But it'll be here at Pioneer Field. Jerry Odom's been successful against them here. Ivan Corbin will work out of the gun. 3rd down and 8 after the injured timeout. And this pass is incomplete, intended for Derek Wright. Blanket coverage that time by the secondary. And it'll be 4th down. And do you send Pittman out here?
My money, no. You go for it, because if you miss the field goal, you're still about the same spot. The field goal doesn't mathematically help you a whole lot, because you'd still only be leading enough that a touchdown or an extra point you'd be behind, so you really need a touchdown on this drive.
Boone right into the game on the far side with Tyler Burke near side and Anderson. Snap back on 4th down. Blitz comes. Corbin, it's picked up, and the ball is batted down and knocked away by Battle. He did a battle with Jackson Boone, knocking it away, and it's a turnover on downs by the Pioneers.
Yeah, it was a good play by both teams.
Yeah.
I don't think there was pass interference. A couple of the Pioneers were asking for it, but it was just a good, clean defensive hard play by UVA Wise, and now they get the ball at the 20-yard line.
So from the 20, UVA Wise will have it. Down 2, 23-21, and driving on their last possession. Pioneers have been able to move the ball. They just haven't been able to get consistently into the end zone. And once they get into the red zone, UVA Wise is making stops. Tusculum not making stops when the Cavaliers get to the red zone. Redwine to pass. This ball is thrown behind his intended target. That is his tight end, and Jarrett. It's incomplete to bring up 2nd and 10.
Jarrett had to turn back and try to one-hand that down at about his hip, and it just wasn't going to work out for him.
23-21, Tusculum with a 20-point second quarter. After they trailed 14-6, claimed the lead. Nelson Luis nearly jumping into the neutral zone. Have not seen that flag go for offsides today. So that has not allowed the Cavaliers to take that free play. 2nd and 10 here. Redwine to pass under immense pressure right away. His pass is complete. Spinning at the 26-yard line and down at about the 27-yard line is going to be Hextall, who did make that catch. It'll bring up 3rd down about 3.
Yeah, I was thinking back to whenever the Pioneers almost jumped and Luis went down on all 4s. If I was UVA Wise, I would have snapped the ball in.
Yeah. And give it up to him. This is going to be Javon Gillespie for nothing. He is going to lose yards, 4 of them exactly, back at the 24-yard line, and it will bring up 4th and 6, and the defense gets a big stop.
Great third down play by the Pioneers there. That's been one of our bones of contention all year long, is they're giving up third down conversions, and right there they had to get a stop and got it.
So 4th and 6 from their own 24 after they get the ball on a turnover on downs. And Vermillion will be out to punt it away. This is a good snap this time. And an end over and punt. Wright doesn't run up and field it. It hits at the 45, 40, 35, and down at the 32. 1st and 10 for the Pioneers there, leading by 2.
Right there, the Pioneer coaching staff coming over to meet him at the number, saying you've got to start catching the football.
Yeah. We've struggled there. We've struggled in that department. Parham, maybe, one of our best, but that's going to bring us to a timeout. You and I will talk about it now. So we go to break, back in 1 minute with 11:29 to play in the game. It's Tusculum 23 and UVA Wise 21. Pioneer football continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
In NCAA Division II.
So 11:29 to play. And the Pioneers lead at 23-21. They've gone over 400 yards of offense. And again, one of the top offensive teams in the league. They score a bunch of points. They have given up points this year. Jerry Odom not very happy about that for sure. But for some reason, these games are always close. It was 21-19 at Wise, Virginia. A very tight game. The Pioneers, by the numbers, you would have thought, well, they ran away with it. But they had 4 turnovers. That didn't help. 2 interceptions here in this second half on the first 2 possessions of the second half haven't helped. So the Pioneers come with Jarvis Jones on a jet sweep, breaks a tackle at the 40s into Highland Cavalier territory inside the 50 on the far sideline as he makes that move down to the 47-yard line. We got another injured Pioneer. That is the negative on the play. The positive is Jarvis Jones is electric every time he touches the ball.
A big run there for the Pioneers to really sweep the field, and one of these offensive linemen, he is down in a pile.
So coming back onto the field, he spent a lot of time on the field this year, is Nolan Troyer, a true freshman out of Sefner, Florida. And I'm just surveying who's out there, and this looks like Big Theobald out of Boise, Idaho. And it is. And he was clutching his back. We've already lost Tremaine. So Chapman, who is out. Theobald is coming off the field as if he looks like I feel when I wake up in the mornings and get out of the bed. And that's how I walk to the bathroom. That's how I did. I walked to the bathroom just like that this morning.
But it doesn't take 2 trainers and one of your fellow offensive linemen to get you up.
Well, that's true. It does take him that. And I'm not laughing at his injury. I'm just laughing because I literally walked to the bathroom like that this morning. Like, oh, my back. That's how I felt.
It doesn't get any better.
That's what I'm told. So 1st down and 10 at the 47 for the Pioneers. After the play by Jarvis Jones goes for 21 yards, another explosion play. Run the clock as we go close to 11 to play. Corbin, play action pass under pressure. Now he's tucking it, and he's going to be losing a bunch of yards. Well, they ran after him that time. He had nowhere to go with it, and he had no time to even think about it. And he's going to lose yards back to the Pioneer 46. Going to bring up 2nd and long.
And he lost his headgear, although a quarterback like that who loses his helmet, it's not generally a sign that it just popped off. He does not have the hair disadvantage that some do.
And as a matter of fact, he's like checking over his extremities on his face, his nose, ears. So Trey Simmons will be in. He'll have to at least be in there for a play. The true freshman, Temple Terrace, Florida. Empty backfield. 3 wide outs far side, 2 to the near side. Simmons, maybe I'm just going to take this and go directly up the middle. UVA Wise is going to blitz him. Nobody in the middle of the field, no safety. Simmons throws it complete to the right side to Gamillion, and instead of taking a shot down the field, just throws the safe dump off for only a gain of about 2. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 15.
And bring Ivan Corbin back into the contest for the Pioneers.
A 23-21 game where when Wise gets hot, they're hard to stop. We've seen that here in the second half already, and they're very capable. Pioneers, who have led every single game this season except Newberry, and sit at 2-4, leading right now after rallying from behind. It's 3rd down and 15 at the Pioneer 48. Right in motion to the near side. All 3 wideouts to the near side. Blitz comes. Corbin evades it. Wants his man to go deep, and he is. Down the field for Wright, over the shoulder, didn't catch it. Again, it hitting right in the breadbasket, and he dropped it at the 5-yard line. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Pioneers are now going to be punting from their own 48. 9:25 left in the contest.
Corbin has this propensity to roll the pocket and say, hey, go deep. His guys do. They get open, and that's usually when Corbin is at his best. But Wright just couldn't haul that one in. It was an awkward catch. Was he staring back into the sun?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
His body twisted about 3 different ways, staring back into the sun, and it was good coverage as well.
4th and 15, Cantrell. It has been an adventure for him today. And this one is a good one. Asking for a fair catch and drifting back to the 5 is going to be Newton. And they're going to mark it down, I think, at the 6.
So great job by Cantrell. He's had his struggles today, but right now here in the 4th quarter when the Pioneers needed him, he dialed one up.
And that's the thing, you know, when you're asked to get that last one, he sure did. And needed a big one, and they pin in the Highland Cavaliers deep. And now the defense, can they get a big stop here?
Well, you've relied on your defense a bunch today, and right now you need them at least one more time, probably a couple.
Redwine and the offense. Johnson is the running back. Redwine to pass. Out of the backfield, it's going to be complete up near the 15 at the 14. That's Hextall. Jordan Taylor makes the stop.
Hextall's has been the go-to guy today. Whenever UVA Wise needed a big play and needed yardage, they go to him.
So to bring up 2nd down, about 2. Quickly they go, and this will be Johnson on a toss to the left side. He got the corner because Nelson Luis was tackled. I'm sorry. But they're going to say 1st down, and UVA Wise will quickly get to the line from the 20-yard line. So they move it from the 6 to the 20 in 2 plays.
Not what you need from your defense.
Right. You got to get a stop. Got to put him behind the chains somehow. Redwine has done a nice job getting rid of his passes when he's been under pressure today. So this will be Redwine rolling the pocket to the near side. He's going to throw it downfield. Got a man all alone out there. Tykorian Brown fell down, and the pass is incomplete as the pass was intended for J.J. McNeil, who laid out for it. I'm not exactly sure what happened to Tykorian Brown, but he's coming out of the game with a cramp.
Yeah, because I'm glad that the Pioneers noticed that. I saw him hobbling around, and Brown was going back in to get lined up, and I said, well, if UVA Wise sees that, throw right at him, but fortunately the Pioneers got a substitute in.
Jonathan Lowe is in for him. So 8.5 to play. Have not seen a lot of Raynell Killian today either. This pass is deflected at the line of scrimmage and tipped and incomplete, and it'll be 3rd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Okay, here's a play you've got to have if you're Tusculum.
Pass is broken up by number 45.
Tusculum leading 23-21. 3rd downs today for UVA Wise, 4-14. Tusculum, amazingly enough, 8 of 16 today, Joe.
That's good.
That's a good number. 8.5 to play in the game. Redwine out of the gun. Play action pass. Looking, under pressure, sacked! Back inside the 15, back at the 12-yard line. It looked like Quaheen Glasgow got back there for the Pioneers. It is Nelson Luis for his 3rd sack of the game.
Well, right there we said play that the Pioneers had to have, and they certainly did it on that one.
4th down, back inside the 15 at the 12. Wright standing with his heels on the 50. Vermillion to punt it away. He is punting into a breeze. It's a low spiral. right, drifting to field it at the 50. 45. Spinning, and he's popped down at the 42-yard line.
Maybe that's why he doesn't feel punts.
I see why you don't feel punts. I do see it's a dangerous game.
It is. I mean, I was thinking a minute ago, if you're not going to return them anyway, put one of these big offensive linemen out there and let him just catch the thing.
Battle makes the stop after a return of about 8 yards to the Highland Cavalier 42. They'll mark him down at the 41. So the Pioneers with fantastic field position, but can they take advantage with 7:45 to play in a 2-point game? And I'm not saying you need a touchdown, but I think you got to come away with some type of score here.
Yeah, and a minute ago I was saying that the math of a field goal didn't help you, but that was as much to do with the position of the field goal.
Right.
Even if you drive it down and you got the sure thing, then take it. But I'd certainly like to see about 41 yards tacked onto the total and a touchdown here.
Corbin will hand it off this time. And this time, Courtney Jackson is the ball carrier. He's just not been as much of a factor today, just haven't handed him the ball very often. He leads the team in rushing, but that's just his 5th carry and his first since the first half.
I mean, it's been more of a passing game today for the Pioneers anyway. They have had a couple of big runs, but like I say, it's not really just coming out of the backfield.
Corbin with the new career best, 366 yards today. 2nd down and 7 from the Wise 38. Play action pass, looking far side for sweeper, and penalty flag thrown for a pass interference. A hold, a whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, his shirt tail was jerked back about 4 yards, and you had the officials jockeying to see who would get their flag out first to throw, and then enough people saw it that even the back judge had his out, and he just said, oh, no, there's no point.
This is not an uncatchable pass, guys. You are throwing the flag because he was held, or are they determining whether it's a hold or a pass interference? Yeah, holding.
And I think, that is the proper call. It is holding. He literally had his shirt untucked from his pants and dragged back as far as you possibly could, probably without ripping it off his body.
So Theobald is back in on this offensive series. Just wanted to bring that out. I don't know that Chapman is back out there. He is not back out there. Chapman is sitting on the table here on the sideline, and Mike Hawkins is still working on him. 1st and 10 for the Pioneers inside the 30 at the 28. Corbin out of the gun with Jackson on his right shoulder. Parham to the near side. 2 tight end set. Dexler Benjamin on the left side. And Schellenbach on the right side. They're both in a 3-point stance. Corbin out of the gun. Hands it off. Near side run. This will be Jackson. Gets the corner 20 and tries to stay in bounds as he tight ropes the sideline near side and will step out of bounds near the 15. It'll move the chains on a pickup of 13. 1st and 10 Pioneers.
But for clarification, nobody really is working on Tremaine Chapman, so that makes me think he's done for the
Not
day.
anymore, yeah.
Yeah, he is sitting on the table, but nobody's really paying him any attention.
Quick handoff. Courtney Jackson runs into his own man and bounces off of him right on the near hash, and then runs to the middle of the field. He'll take it down to the 11, where he'll pick up 4. It'll bring up 2nd and 6 as the Pioneers try to go quickly.
And for whatever reason, the Pioneers need to figure out to quit running into their own people, but he did at least make something happen from that.
So Jackson on the right shoulder of Corbin. 2nd down and 6 at the 11. Now Corbin looks over to the sideline. There's this vacant area on the near side where Parham is playing, and no one really deep there. They hand it off. Jackson is blown up right in the middle of the play and then driven backwards. Boy, very physical up front by the Highland Cavaliers on that particular play. And Jackson is driven backwards. As one of the first guys there was Xavion Washington. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
Yes, some of the play selections I would have gone with in this situation, because you've still got quite a bit of room you've got to make. You get a 1st down, and you don't want to have to come away with nothing here.
So press coverage on Parham near side. Just want to keep pointing that out. Press coverage on Parham. I like my odds. Corbin with the snap. Bobbled it. Blitz comes. Thrown out of the backfield to Gamillion, and he'll take it inside the 5, and all he needs to do is lunge to the 4, and I think he got there. It'll be
it will be first and goal. First and goal for the Pioneers inside the 5.
No Bryce Moore, which is big because he's been that guy that's just been powering the way into the end zone. He's injured this week. So it will be the Pioneers. I think that's why they've struggled a little bit when they've gotten into this short down and distance in the red zone. They lead 23-21. It will be Corbin working out of the gun, Gamillion on his right shoulder, Parham to the far side. They throw Parham's way, back shoulder, caught it. Touchdown Pioneers. Touchdown Ivan Corbin to Justice Parham for their second of the day, and that was perfectly thrown and perfectly caught by Justice Parham.
And that right there is why whenever we said earlier, even if Justice Parham is covered, he's not covered. Because he was certainly covered up right there, and he was able to reach behind him and make a hip catch and get the Pioneers some breathing room as we come down at 5 minutes remaining in the game.
Listen, Jerry Kinney, 6'4", all of his frame was all over Parham, and he still somehow managed to make the catch on Kinney's hip. The point after, is just good. That was the biggest thing, because now it's a 2-score game.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you extended lead 30-21. Time and math is on Tusculum's side.
It was literally just good. We go to a break. 5:05 to play in the game. It's Tusculum 30, UVA Wise 21. Pioneer football continues.
View them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Broken windshield, take one.
Hey guys, my windshield just got broken. I feel like I need to blow off some steam. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Mr. Blanks, there's no need to be stressed. Geico makes it easy to file a claim online, on the app, or over the phone.
Yeah, but what if I never hear back? That's gonna make me want to go, check.
No, your Geico claims team is always there for you.
That makes me want to celebrate with some fireworks.
When the Pioneers needed it, they got it. 6 plays, 41 yards. They have been knocking on the door all second half. They've been the better team. They just haven't capitalized. They have had the short field several times, and they finally capitalized. And it was a lot of running plays this time. Courtney Jackson, and then the perfectly thrown ball from Corbin to Parham. 6 plays, 41 yards, 2:40 off the clock, and the extra point just did sneak in. Gillespie drifting back to his 3, and he's actually going to return this one. 10, 15, and is taken down at the 17-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cavaliers. They're trailing by 9 and right at 5 minutes to play.
Right now, everything Tusculum, keep your defense playing the way that you have. You don't have to do anything fancy right now. Just keep it calm and collected, and don't let UVA Wise drive down.
So red wine today, 25 of 44, 227, a score and a pick, a quarterback rating of 103.1. Corbin, 29 of 52, 378 career best, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks, and a 134.5 rating. Pass intended for Hextall is incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Just thrown behind him, and he was well covered to boot.
So red wine looking over to the sideline. Javon Gillespie, 8 carries, 13 yards. Not necessarily a running man's game today anyway for either of these teams. Don't tell that to Dwayne McGee, though. Red wine, pass across the middle, this time to Hextall, across the 25 up to the 28. Pardon me, check that. It's going to be the tight end, and that's going to be Jarrett, who makes the catch to the 28. That'll move the chains, 1st and 10.
No, Jarrett's not a small person, 6'4", 220 in his own right.
Red wine quickly to the line, gets the team to the line. They're going to adjust the play against the Pioneer defense. Witherspoon is deep. Again, John Smith out there a lot today. Not a lot of Raynell Killian. I'm still trying to find Raynell. And he's here on the near sideline. I see him now. This is going to be a handoff to Gillespie. He'll make it up to the 30-yard line, just running to keep the defense honest. Craig Watts helping out defensively.
You know, right now UVA Wise is not doing itself any favors because the clock continues to move, and they're not in any kind of real hurry.
30-21 Tusculum. Red wine, receiver screen to that far sideline, beyond the far hash. He makes the catch at the 30 and up to the 35-yard line, and that's going to be Newton with that catch, and it'll be 3rd down and 3 from the 35.
3 minutes, 50 seconds remaining. UVA Wise does have have 2 timeouts left.
Cam Bailey is in for Hextall right now. I'm not exactly sure why he exited. Oh, I see why. His shoe is off. They want to go fast. 3:35 and counting. Red wine will bring Newton in motion across the formation. Back to pass. Wheel route complete to Javon Gillespie, 40. And he is knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line and taken down there by Taylor. Stops the clock with 3:27 to play. It also moves the chains. 1st and 10, Wise.
Still, you gave up the first down. Just keep your composure, keep contained.
Now the clock runs. 3:20 to play. Redwine still looking over to the sideline to get the play. Bunch package set to the near side. Redwine looking that way, and Glasgow knocks it down, incomplete. He tipped it at the line of scrimmage. It is 2nd and 10.
Big Joaquin Glasgow get a hand up and knock the ball down. Tusculum volleyball team has made its way over here to the stadium, celebrating their 3-1 victory over Wingate at Pioneer Arena today.
First place team in the league, the volleyball team. And that is great. This coaching staff has been phenomenal. Finally getting that group where they need them to be. Redwine looking, and takes off. Craig Wattswell tripping up right at the 50. The clock will run. It's 3rd down and 5 coming up. Redwine had all day to throw.
And is almost sacked. He was able to hop away, get over the Pioneer defender that was on the ground, and still Tusculum made a good stop to hold him back, forcing 3rd and 5 at midfield.
I don't know how Richard Graville didn't bring him down. Redwine to pass. He's just going to loft it downfield, and this is incomplete. Under pressure from Ryan McIntyre. So it's 4th down and 5. Redwine basically threw that one away to live another day. And here could potentially be the final play of the day for the Cavaliers.
And they're obviously going to be going for it here on 4th down. Clock is stopped, 2:37, and Tusculum burns a defensive timeout.
I think I would have. Yeah, it's a good call by Jerry.
Yeah, slow everything down, talk about all the options that you got to defend against.
Well, some of the things that have happened today for the Pioneers, Justice Parham has 2 receiving touchdowns. They've just kind of been those short down and distance touchdowns, but he's an option for me every single play. He and Derek Wright, I think, are phenomenal, and Derek is proving it today. He was my key to victory today. You want to know, Derek was my key to the victory. He had to be involved, and he has been involved. 8 catches for 141 yards. He has dropped a touchdown, but he has also caught a touchdown of 68 yards. Justice Parham now a touchdown in 7 of the last 9 games, dating back to last year. He's had a touchdown catch in 9 of his 12 games total for Tusculum. So he has been very much involved. And the explosion plays have been big today. A 21-yard rush, a 24-yard rush. We've had a 68-yard pass play, a 30, a 24, a 29, a 20, a 28. So, again, a big play offense day for the Pioneers.
Well, my key was to hold UVA Wise to under 30 points. Certainly, if they can do that, they're going to win.
You're going to win. 30-21 Tusculum. 4th down 5, Wise, right at midfield. Redwine pass is going to be caught. And at the 45 of Tusculum, and muscling his way down to the 43 to move the chains is Newton. 1st and 10 Cavaliers.
Yeah, this is one of the situations, a little gamesmanship, and the Pioneers are doing it. Don't get in a real hurry to get back up on your side of the ball.
Glasgow adjusting to the right side. Actually, it's Day-Day. Redwine to pass. He's looking deep, and he's going deep, and the pass is incomplete. If Witherspoon turns his head, he's got an easy interception. He doesn't, but he was running stride for stride. And there is Raynell Killian out there. He's just not been out there a lot. And injured on the play is bad. I checked that as McNeil, the intended target, as he was trying to make that catch. I just haven't seen Raynell Killian out there a bunch, and he continues to look down at his right hand. But he's a guy you got to have out there. Killian, a senior, a transfer out of Valdosta State, and an injury timeout. So next week, the Pioneers celebrate homecoming. It is also the Hall of Fame induction ceremony for 3 fantastic Pioneers.
Right now, we honestly need to see a penalty flag thrown against the UVA Wise coaching staff, because UVA Wise has a player on the ground. You've got a coach out in midfield, not really paying attention to his players. He's just going from official to official, berating them, saying he had his shirt pulled.
Listen, he was contacted after the ball was incomplete. It's Dane Dameron, the head coach. And this back judge here is like, okay, yeah, I got you. Aaron Clarity, Lydia Taylor, and Brad Hawkins inducted into the Hall of Fame next week. That conversation continues. Second down and 10. Clock stops with 2:15 to play. Redwine going deep, double clutching, and completing it to Hextall inside the 25, 20, and down at about the 18-yard line. It's going to move the chains. First and 10. Hextall's helmet comes off. He'll have to exit. He's happy and very ecstatic right now, but will have to come out of the game.
Clock is stopped with 2:07 left.
Will run as soon as they set the chains, which they have that set now, so the clock is running. Wise with 2 timeouts remaining and 2 minutes to play. Down 9. Redwine to pass. He's going to be blitzed. He's going to be sacked. Redwine is sacked back at the 26-yard line. And flying in is Nelson Luis, I think, with his 4th sack of the game.
And Redwine shaken up on the play. He literally had to come crawling out from under the pile on all fours. And the trainers are on the field looking for him, so that should take him out of the game for at least a play.
He's got to come out. He was hit and targeted in the 3rd quarter. And he just took a vicious hit right there on a stunt. And it's still unofficial who has that sack, but Nelson Luis, 2 guys. My defensive guy was Luis. I wanted to call his name a bunch today, and I wanted to call Derek Wright a bunch today. And Redwine was actually taken down by Xavier Clemens, and I think Redwine has just learned that he has to come out of the game.
If the trainers come on the field, you got to come off the field.
So 2nd down and 17 back at the 26. Again, if you can't get into the end zone, but you can get in field goal range, which you've already missed one today, you need 2 scores. So you may take your chances before you lose too much time on the clock as well. So into the contest for Wise. Backup quarterback looking to make a play here at the end of this half, and this pass into the end zone is knocked away from Hextall. And Jordan Taylor was able to knock it away, and the one pass of the game for Jalen Jackson is incomplete. And it's 3rd and 16, and Redwine is back in.
3rd and 16. The clock has stopped now with the incomplete pass with exactly 1 minute, 30 seconds left in today's contest.
30-21. And the Pioneers are going to burn another timeout. Let me just say this. I'm not trying to be negative Nanny here or anything. Every time Jerry has taken a timeout for defense, UVA Wise has picked up very positive yards on offense.
Well,
right?
Let's hope that this is the one that breaks that streak.
Well, you be the positive outlook. I just wanted to point out the fact that every time a defensive timeout has been asked for, they haven't necessarily been fantastic. Next week will be a first for Joe and I, our first time to see Barton, the Bulldogs, but it's not our first time to see their head coach in Chip Hester, a former coach at Catawba, and he has done a pretty good job this year against South Atlantic Conference opposition. And he will bring his Barton Bulldogs here. He was defeated last week, 40-32 against Mars Hill. He is taking on Wingate today, but he's hosting the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs versus the Bulldogs. I like it because he's forcing them to play a night game at Barton.
Yeah, that's good, and we'll give them a dose of that maybe next year whenever they come here to Pioneer Field.
All right, timeout is over. 3rd down and 16. 1:30 to play in the game. Redwine with the snap. It's low. He picks it up. He's looking left, and this pass is incomplete. Hextall thought he was interfered with, may have had a case for it. It's incomplete, and it's 4th down and 16, and the kicking team will come out because you do need the 2 scores. Now, you have missed already today.
And now you're going to be attempting a 44-yarder.
So Drew Cassidy, 2 for 4 on the year. And I think when they officially spot that down, we'll go with 43. Vermillion to hold it. Snap, hold, kick is on the way, spinning toward the uprights. It stoinks off the upright again. No good.
That's twice he's hit the right upright.
2 stoinks in the game for UVA Wise, and it's just unfortunate for Cassidy because he's had enough leg on each attempt. But it remains 30-21. And the Pioneers, with one time, well, they don't need to worry about it, but 2 timeouts remain for UVA Wise. 1 timeout and 1 first down potentially. That may be all she wrote in this one. as this series could be evened up today.
Series goes back to 1991 when these two were conference opponents then, and then weren't, and now UVA Wise and South Atlantic Conference, so conference opponents once more.
Corbin is going to, they're actually going to run a play with the 2 timeouts remaining. And the running back is going to be Gamillion. And we got a delay of game. Are you kidding me? What is it? Well, why can't we see things?
And it's like almost every time the Pioneers get a delay of game penalty,
it's right after.
It's coming in on first down to start a series.
These two was actually a historic meeting in 1991. It was the first time Tusculum had played football since 1950, and it was the first football game ever for Clinch Valley. Then Clinch Valley, now known as UVA Wise. Handoff and running it right back up the middle to gain 4 of the 5 yards lost is Gamillion. And a timeout asked for by Dane Dameron. So you had that. So that was an interesting 1991 meeting. And then when these teams met in the 2016 game, you had Jerry and Dane squaring off. And Jerry got the job. Dane had interviewed for the job and accepted the UVA Wise job. Jerry accepting the Tusculum job. And that was an overtime game in which both teams took setback football for a while. I mean, it was not pretty.
I mean, you've also got the fact that Tusculum's first football victory since the reinstatement came in 1992
against Wise.
Clinch Valley at the time.
They were Clinch Valley then, for sure.
So the first game, the reinstatement was September 7th, 1991. Pioneers went winless that first year. The very next year, they came back September 5th, 1992, and picked up their first victory.
Right here at the old Pioneer Field. It's the same field, it's just much different.
Yes.
Much different. Thank you, Scott. 1:16 to play here in this football game. 30-21 Tusculum. They face second down and 12. Gamillion now on the left shoulder of Corbin. 1 timeout remaining for UVA Wise. Actually, that's Courtney Jackson. Fake the handoff, and Corbin's going to keep it and carry it up across the 30 to the far hash to the 31-yard line. And Dane will call his final timeout for the Cavaliers, and it will be 3rd down and 5 coming up for Tusculum. So, again, a first down ends the game. It's a 2-score game. It's going to take a miracle with 1:10, as Joe keeps saying, time and score. And time and score on the mathematics on Tusculum's side. It's a end of the conference. It's an end of the schedule that, with what we just experienced going through Newberry, Wingate, and Lenore-Rhine, you know you could have won each of those. Newberry being the only game we never led in. You got to feel as if what Tusculum can maybe get going here in the second half of the season and reel off a few. Maybe you win 5 straight. Maybe you finish 7-4. Maybe you give yourself a chance. But 3 losses in the league isn't going to win you a crown.
No, not going to win a conference championship. But certainly, if you could finish up with that strong, it would do you a lot of wonders going into the next season.
It would be his most wins here as the head coach at Tusculum. All right, press coverage. No one is deep for Wise, and it's going to be the Wildcat formation for Corbin. He's just going to pick a lane. He's going to have it. That's Trey Simmons, 40. Simmons, 50. Simmons, 30. Simmons, 20. Running out of gas. Simmons, the freshman, lunging for the goal line. Did he get in? They say he did not. They say he stepped out before he got into the end zone. It matters not. It is 1st and goal at the 4, and Trey Simmons just put the game away.
Yeah, right there, the Pioneers. They're going to spot him down. I thought he got to the end zone, but he stepped out of bounds before he was leaping and hitting the pylon.
Yeah, it sure looked like he got there, but he was leaking oil. The true freshman has been really good for the Pioneers this year, stepping in at St. Augs and throwing a touchdown. He's had to come in several times. Had Simmons in that Wildcat formation. Just picked a hole, found it, and went down and scored. So Courtney Jackson out of the Wildcat. Will the Pioneers just take a knee? Nope. Courtney Jackson's going to run it into the end zone. He'll go in untouched. Touchdown Tusculum. Touchdown Courtney Jackson. And he does so after the 65-yard run by Trey Simmons. And the Pioneers are back on the board.
Yeah, if Simmons had scored, that's one thing, but in this situation, if you're Tusculum, was it necessary to run the football in?
Courtney puts it in. You got more guys coming off the field banged up. Pittman to add the point, which is up and good. So another break, back in 30 seconds. 52 seconds to play, and the Tusculum Pioneers add to the lead. It's Tusculum 37, UVA Wise 21. Pioneer football continues from Pioneer Field after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
And Joe Bird.
For play, 74 yards, the 65-yard running play by Trey Simmons, setting up Courtney Jackson as he would get in from 4 yards away, and the Pioneers add to the lead, 37-21, with 52 seconds to play here from Pioneer Field. Gonzalez to kick it. Drifting Gillespie back inside the 5, and I guess he had asked for the fair catch.
He did.
And it will be at the 25-yard line for the Highland Cavaliers.
Do know we have a big contingent of local folks across the way here. Gillespie, one of several homegrown players here, and those folks are over on the far sideline.
His brother Jordan on the team as well. Tommy Taylor has played every down, it seems like every down today, as an offensive lineman. Dorian Goddard for the Pioneers off those tremendous state championship winning Green Devil teams. It'll be Johnson who will be in the backfield, and the quarterback is going to be Jalen Jackson. This pass, quick hitter to the far sideline at the 30 up to the 35-yard line. That'll pick up 10 yards, and that'll move the chains on a 1st and 10 to Jamal Fisher with the clock running. The clock will start once again once the chains are set with 44 seconds to play. This is going to be a handoff and running to the near side and not much here. And that will be 2nd down and 10. And a lot going on. Now, UVA Wise got into a bit of a fisticuffs with LR 2 weeks ago after LR lost that game at Wise, Virginia. And there was a lot of pushing and shoving there. And there's still some shoving. They're still trying to move one of the offensive linemen out, Roderick Ross. And I'm sure there was a lot of, we didn't appreciate punching in 6 down there at the end. I'm sure there's a little pride factor going on over there on that far sideline for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, and again, we've still got 24 seconds.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 45 on the defense. 15-yard penalty.
And that's going to go against Tusculum.
So that went against Tusculum. They must have seen something I didn't.
Well, they called it unnecessary roughness, so it wasn't, unsportsman or something like that. But we do have 24 seconds worth of game to get over and getting them off the field cleanly, even if it's not shaking.
Well, they're already heading to the locker room. Johnson on a carry, and he is met and dropped by Brendan Nichols. Nichols, the transfer out of West Liberty, all conference up there. And Dane Dameron is going to get his guys off the field and say, hey, we're done. Hey, nice job, good game. And Dameron is going to come over and he's going to find, and there's some more going on. And again, there's a lot going on here.
And you got Coach Odom almost tackling one of the Pioneer players to get him away.
Craig Watts and a group of Jerry Odom and Dane Dameron finally get to shake hands. Say, hey, we're not doing this. Well, the Sons of Davy Crockett have ended a 3-game losing skid as they have just knocked off the UVA Wise Highland Cavaliers. And Tusculum needing this breath of fresh air here today and do so in the Jerry Odom era by their largest margin of victory against UVA Wise. Today's final, Tusculum 37, UVA Wise 21. Every ending is an adventure. Our Pioneer postgame is on the way with Pioneer coach Jerry Odom. Our stats, our plays, and our final recap. That's when we continue with more here from Pioneer Field. Again, your final, Tusculum 37 and UVA Wise 21. This has been Pioneer Football on the Pioneer Sports Network.
Coming up next, the stats behind the game as we break down tonight's contest on the Pioneer Postgame Report. The most trusted name in Tusculum athletics is the Pioneer Sports Network.
If you drive a Nissan,
All right, play this week. I'll head down and wait for Jerry.
Okay.
Thanks.